Hello, welcome again to the Alicia May channel. Today I am going to be talking about teas to help to fortify your immune system. Just as a disclosure, I just wanted to say that I am not a medical professional and I'm not a naturopath. Everything that I show on my channel is in regards to things that I learned growing up in the Caribbean, and from friends and families and from my travels. So today I'm starting with teas to, as I said, teas to help fortify your system. So one of the things that I like to make and I like to keep on hand, I actually make a big batch of this, is garlic and ginger tea. So what I do is I get some organic garlic and some organic ginger. You want the fresh kind. You don't want powder or anything of that nature. So what you do is you take to make about 8 cups of of the tea. I would take about 2 bowls of garlic. Now you're going to keep everything together. You're just going to smash it. You're going to keep the skin and everything. Put it in a pot of about 8 cups of water. And you're going to do the same with the ginger. You're going to take your fresh ginger and you're just going to smash it. You don't have to peel your ginger beforehand because you're going to strain this tea anyway. And what I do is I put it in a pot of water. If you have a slow cooker, that's even better because then you can just forget about it. You can put these items in your slow cooker, fill it with water. The amount of water that you put in your slow cooker is not going to evaporate, so it's going to get all of the nutrients out of the garlic and the ginger. So garlic is a natural diuretic, and ginger helps to get rid of any type of inflammation in your body. I drink this tea for like any type of bad cough, any type of congestion that I may be going through at the time, whether it's my sinuses or whether it's in my lungs and I have like a really bad cough, then I do this as well. Especially in the times that we're living in, is like you'll see other channels where they're talking about creating a poultice to go back to home remedies to kind of to help to fortify yourself and to clear up things before it gets really bad, before it turns into ammonia, before it turns into bronchitis. Then that's what I use this ginger and garlic tea for. When you put it in your slow cooker, as I said, you can just forget about it. You can put it on high. On high is usually 4 hours. Low is 8 hours, and it will seep and it will pull out all the nutrients from the garlic and ginger, and then you can strain it and put it in a container, preferably a glass container, in your refrigerator, and then you could just heat up a cup on the stove. Do not heat up in the microwave. Heat up a cup on the stove, and then sweeten it with a little honey, and that will help to clear up congestion. That's what's helped me. As a matter of fact, I grew up because as a child I would get a cold every time the weather changed. So this is one of the things my mother would always make for me to do. Um, another tea that I like to make, and I know that this is used a lot in African cooking and especially in West Africa, is bitter leaf. So you can also do this as a tea, and so I do this with ginger and the bitter leaves. And what bitter leaf I know has done for me is it cleared up like if I had like a breakout, like I got stung by some type of bug and I started to break out or something. I know that the bitter leaf clears that up. Like I'll drink the bitter leaf and it will get rid of any type of bug bite or any type of reaction to stuff like that. So that's what I use. I'll make some bitter leaf tea. And so what I do is I just wash these dry leaves. I put it in some water along with the ginger. Same way, just crush that ginger and I put it in the pot, and I let that seep for about 30 to 40 minutes, and then I let it cool down, and I'll sweeten it with a little bit of honey because they don't call it bitter leaf for nothing. It does have a bitter taste. My third and final tea for today is Bizzy. So Bizzy Tea is from the Kola Nut, and some of you can get it fresh. Sometimes you'll see it in the farmer's market at fresh. But if you can't get the fresh tea, if you can't get the fresh nut to grater it, then you can get the Bizzy Tea. So Bizzy Tea is so if you ever have like food poisoning, you have something that you should, that just doesn't agree with you, and you may suspect that you have food poisoning, drink some Bizzy Tea. And Bizzy Tea is really good, and it will flush your system and neutralize any type of poisoning that might be in your system, and that's Bizzy Tea. And you can get Bizzy Tea, as I said, at maybe your local grocers, or I normally get it at the farmers market where they have a Caribbean section. That's usually where I find Bizzy Tea. You can also order it online. As I said, everything is available online at Amazon. Um, but your farmers market, try to look for organic ginger and organic garlic, as organic as possible that you can find, because then you'll get that potency. I know you'll find a lot of gingers and garlics out there, they're just really huge, but they have no taste or smell to it, and so that's loaded with fertilizer. With the bitter leaf, I'm sure you can also find the bitter leaf also online, at Amazon. If not, you can also find it at your local farmers market that does have like a Caribbean or an African section that you can get the bitter leaf that you can get bitter leaf from to use to make your teas. So that is all for today, and thank you for joining. Remember to please like, subscribe, and add your comments, and share some of your home remedies today. Thank you, and have a good day.